for €2.
In Dublin's fair city, women still sell seafood on the street, like the famous Molly Malone of the song. But take a look at the customers. After centuries of emigration, Ireland has become in just over a decade a country of immigration. Now 1 in 10 workers are non-Irish, and some are returning Irish, like Bob Kelly.
On a very basic level, you walk down the street, you see different people. You see different coloured skin, people of all shapes and sizes. And then you see the shops, you see what people are eating, you see what people are doing, you see multiculturalism.
Bob produces a TV program that looks at where the new wave of migrant workers came from and what they're doing in Ireland. Here he found Latvians, Lithuanians and Russians working in a mushroom farm for low pay. According to a new report from the International Labour Organization, migrant workers often find themselves concentrated in so-called 3D jobs, dirty, dangerous and degrading, where workers are open to exploitation.
From Poland? You're Russian?
Well, I think the employment in the mushroom sector is a good example of looking at the whole area of discrimination and racism. It's predominantly now migrant workers who work in the mushroom industry. It's a very isolated kind of type of work.
Terms and conditions vary for different nationalities, depending on residency status. Work permits are usually issued for only 1 year. Workers with newly acquired EU citizenship, such as Poles, have the advantage. And the Poles have come in numbers, more than 20,000 last year alone. They share a similar culture and the Catholic religion. So far, they and other migrant workers have received a warm welcome.
There have been a few isolated occasions when people have raised issues and sought to frighten people, but there has been a strong political consensus that is positive towards migrant workers in this country, and well deserved on the part of migrant workers since they work hard and we have the job opportunities for them, and we can only continue our economic growth if we have people to do the jobs.
Business is changing at a rapid rate. The types of skills that are coming in or are required are changing as well, specifically around IT, but also sectoral skills. In the construction sector, for example, there were a lot of constraints there. In the hotel, catering trade, there were constraints there. It wasn't just a case of skills, it was also labour shortages.
The most essential thing in order to protect someone from discrimination is having the right laws in place. But laws per se are not sufficient, are not enough. They need to be known.
Unemployment in Ireland is relatively low at 4.5%, but there's a growing debate about what would happen in the event of a downturn in the economy. Unions stress the need to work on behalf of all workers.
We set out at the very beginning to say that the purpose of our campaigning was to prevent exploitation of the migrant workers and also to protect the conditions of employment of the indigenous working population. So, we didn't differentiate between the two, and in that way hopefully prevented any sort of antipathy towards the newcomers to the country.
A bridge to the global financial system, the newcomers have become a vital part of the Irish economy.